That's a nice scoop.
Give me that.
What's up,
Oh, they're waiting for that. They're waiting for that. We got to spread the floor, guys.
Oh, let's go. He wasn't there. He wasn't there. Come on, man. Come on.
6 seconds. 5, 4, 3. Put it up. Put it up.
That's a foul. Yo.
Clean. Oh,
That ain't clean. That ain't clean.
Man, we still got a whole half of this?
And as the Lakers entered the building, there was a fierce look in their eyes. That's the look of a team out to defend its home court. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. And now the opening lineup for Boston. George is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Davis in a power forward position. And for the Lakers, Bradley Beal is out there with Paul. And it's Durant. And there's Porzingis. And it's Lopez in at the 5. Mark, everyone's so excited to see how this game plays out. Us included, with two top teams battling it out.
Major star power on both sides of the ball. Fans are excited to see these guys get after it. It's really a bit of a clash of the Titans, Kevin. Yeah, you know, at first glance, you might think Durant has trouble finishing through contact, but think again, folks. I mean, you can't measure desire by body type.
Now, here's Isaac. From deep, George connects from three-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
George against Paul. Jacks up a 3. And it's Kevin Durant with the 3. KD's got 5 now.
Right back at you. Durant motivated to put it right in his opponent's face. No better way to do it than with the 3 of his own.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the lead, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Now, here is George. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. Here's Beal, and it's sent back by George. Into the lane. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, George can really change pace quickly. He's excellent at drawing physical contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
We've seen some obvious improvement in his free throw shooting since last year.
And George drops them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here is Durant. Coming off a solid outing against Minnesota. And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
Hey, it's all about W's for Durant. I mean, he understands that feeding open teammates is how you make that happen.
Davis looking for an opening. George with no one around. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there. Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Lakers?
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Now, here is George. 8 points for him. Over Paul. George with the bucket. George has got 10 points in the game.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And Greg, the way the Celtics have approached this season in terms of intensity, I think they clearly feel, though, they have unfinished business.
They've been so close to a title for a number of years. They've even been title favorites at times. It's part of the maturation process, as excruciating as it may be. Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
And Davis sends it back. They retain possession. Here's Beal trying to get open as Lopez. And that one is good from Bradley Beal. 7 points in the game. Here's George. Here's Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And on the slam, Bridges using the vertical to finish strong before the D can contest.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. We know Greg L.A.'s challenge recently has been finding the right supporting cast for their stars.
And they're looking for that perfect fit. And sometimes that's all it takes, you know. It's finding those perfect one or two other guys to get you there.
Here's Beal with the three, and Boston with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Boston.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Now the pass to Isaac. Now here's Drummond. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Here's George. The feed now to Davis. On the wing, Bridges. Just 5 to shoot. Here's George. The second chance effort. It's hauled in by Porzingis. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trail by 1. And that one's good. Durant.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Bridges kicks to Isaac. Pass to Davis.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's George. Porzingis with the rebound.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Then the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open three.
Now, here's George. He's got 12, and they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Bridges against Beal. Bridges with some nice defense.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
Here's Beal. The rebound by the Celtics.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Outside, George. It's rebounded by Paul.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Pass to Durant. Outside, Porzingis. Good on the three-point shot.
This is why Porzingis is special. I mean, exceptional accuracy from range for a man of his size.
Outside for George. Offline with his three. Deal with it, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Los Angeles shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And one of the highlights on the season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Los Angeles Lakers. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
They've got Chris Paul. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Durant. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Beal in at the 2 guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Hey, you know, when it comes to the pick and roll, Chris Paul does it with precision. His timing, impeccable.
Loads it up for Davis. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. It's Beal on the wing. Bridges with the steal. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Personal foul.
And so determined. Bridges finds a way to get the shot up and in. Now to the line.
And that one falls for Bridges. You know, Clark, I remember you had such a strong mid-range game when you were playing. Do you think it would have been hard to stretch your game out to 3 like a lot of guys are doing now?
You know what, Kevin? It's interesting. I was actually starting to try to add the three-point shot to my game way back in the mid-'80s as part of my development. So I don't think it's hard. It's a matter of putting the work in. And shooting is one of those skills in the game that can really be refined with good mechanics and just volume of work.
And the first one drops. You know, Clark, when he's 100%, Anthony Davis, one of the premier big men in the game.
Hey, I would take that qualifier off of it, Kevin. How about just one of the best players, period? He can pick and pop, he can pick and roll, he can post up, he can do everything offensively. And defensively, he's unique as a rim protector with the ability to defend on the perimeter, too.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Talking about Bradley Beal, Greg, I feel like he doesn't get enough credit for his passing game.
You know, Kevin, he's really evolved as a playmaker over the years. Sure, we all know how talented a scorer and shooter he is, but Bradley is now superb at facilitating.
Out to Bridges. Passes it to Drummond. Shot clock at 6. The pass to George. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Lopez outside. No good on the triple. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Boston. Trailing by 2.
Working it to the open teammate that time. Excellent awareness from Davis.
Timeout called the Lakers. Greg, looking at the history of the Lakers, they always feel they're a title contender.
And they've been to the finals in every decade. Their longest championship around LA, just 12 years. So, to me, the best franchise in NBA history.
Some changes for the Lakers. Sharch has checked in for Lopez. And it's Simons in for Beal. Pass to Simons. Back to KD. And the Lakers with another miss.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down. Boy, there's not a better target in all of the NBA than Davis for the alley-oop.
Paul with the ball. Picked up by Davis. Simons. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one flies. Simons has got it all tied up now for Los Angeles. Boston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Here's George. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Benign contact like that, not going to do anything to disrupt George's focus. Been around too long for that.
Here's Paul. Porzingis trying to get free. Drills the leader.
With a much bigger man guarding him, that's not an easy shot to get off. Never mind to knock down. Terrific basket.
And here's George. 18 points for him.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Paul passes to KD. Rebound, Boston.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. We all know Achilles injuries used to be career-ending. Kevin Durant says Dominique Wilkins was one of the first guys who came back the same. It was a motivation and gave me confidence that I could do the same. And now Wilkins says KD has really taken hold of this and become the spokesperson for this injury. So we're passing the torch. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, passing the torch, David. Thank you so much. The shot by George, no good. Lakers trail by 3. Second chance shot, and it's laid in by Paul.
You really got to admire how Paul gets these hard shots to fall. He's got great concentration and creativity in traffic.
Pass to George. Launches it. Kept alive by Boston. Here's Davis. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And I tell you what, AD is able to brush off those defenders with ease because of how strong he is. That's what they call weight room.
And the Lakers call time here. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
Kelly Oubre's checked in for Los Angeles. Boston also with the sub. Delano Banton's checked in for Bridges. A moment now to check out some numbers for Kevin Durant. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Kings in Sacramento. Paul passes to Oubre. And here's Porzingis. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Drummond likes to be in the middle of the action at both ends of the floor, playing defense and gobbling up rebounds. He makes a lot of good defensive plays.
Here's Isaac. The shot's good on the assist by George. Isaac's got the lead up to 6 now for Boston.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
To the paint, here's Davis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. That's now 8 points for Anthony Davis.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Oubre finds Paul. Bangs home the trifecta.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Here's George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 11 points in the quarter.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
3-pointers, Simon. No good on that one. And so that's the end of the first half. Celtics lead by 7.
Lakers, 41.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 25 points, 5 assists, and 2 blocks. It is all happening for him so far tonight. An incredible first-half performance. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Celtics.
They're playing with speed, pushing the ball off turnovers and long rebounds, running every chance they get. As we all know, scoring on the break is so much easier than finding open shots in the half court.
And over to Kenny, your takeaway on the Lakers.
Well, it's never fun. You're playing against a team that's on fire. This team was on fire. They showed effort on defense, but it didn't matter. They couldn't get the stops. I don't think the opponent can.
And that should do it.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding game from George.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Andre Drummond is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Bridges. Then it's Paul George. And it's Isaac in at the 3, the small forward. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Beal. Beal's got 13.
And people thought Beal was just a shooter out of college, but he rounded out his game when he learned how to finish through contact.
Steps back and fires. Rebounded by the Celtics. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle, Isaac. And Isaac throws it down.
Hard not to love the combo of speed and length on Isaac. I mean, that gives him a chance to give you some serious throwdowns.
Porzingis kicks to KD. Paul outside. Tries it from 19. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Beal.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And that one's good, George.
There is no slowing down Paul George. A volcanic eruption from PG tonight.
Beal against Bridges. Bradley Beal, and that's good. He's got 18.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's George. Good. And the Celtics lead by 9.
One of the things that separates George from other wings is willingness to go inside and do work, to play near the goal.
Bridges against Beal. Lopez outside. 6 to shoot. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Lopez has got 5.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And George kicks to Isaac. Bridges passes to George. Pulls from the top of the key. Beal pulls it in. Beal's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And he goes big with the dunk right over Mikal Bridges.
And there's that creativity from Beal. When he's in flight, boy, he's going to show you something special.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Passes it to George. There's the pass to Isaac. And again, Boston with the triple.
And Isaac takes no time getting his shot off. He's got a lethal, quick release.
Beal taking his time here. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Clarkson comes in for Chris Paul.
And now a veteran in this league, Beal is hungry to compete for championships at this stage of his career.
Now Thomas. Here's Nemhard. And Lopez pulls it down. Still anybody's game at this point.
And no question, this is when you really have to have trust on the floor with each possession. The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
No coverage that time. And the Celtics lead by 5.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end. How about the amazing crossover there, demonstrating exactly how dangerous he can be when he's got the rock in his hand.
Pass to Bitadze. And again, Boston with the triple.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Clarkson outside. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Clarkson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
There's Bitadze. Lopez covering. Bitadze can't hit.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Here's Nemhard. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. 54 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's tipped. Down low. Isaac misses.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Nembhard, and he uses the glass on the layup. Nembhard's got 5 now.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Here's Beal, connects on the foul line jumper. Beal's got 14 points here in the second half. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Boston on top, up by 1. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And the Lakers with possession here. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Oubre out there with Durant. Then it's Anthony Simons. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Celtics?
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Boy, they showed no hesitation on the mid-range game as well. I thought that was really a big key for them.
To the middle, here's Bridges. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
There's Beal with the 3. Offensive rebound. Oubre, good. Oubre's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
And we have seen Griffin do this more, adapting to the growing trend of bigs like him shooting threes.
Porzingis passes to Simons. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Isaac.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Bridges. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Now, here's Simons. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Benton. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Sharge checked in for Durant, and Chris Paul's subbed in for Bradley Beal. They need this. Goes back up, and Davis sends it back.
That infinite wingspan of Davis is on full display there.
And that one's on target from the wing. Davis has got the lead up to 10 now for the Celtics.
They've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. During that break, Coach Darvin Ham talked to his team. They were asking the team to play faster, push the ball. Coach told their players, hey, look, in this league, fast break points are the easiest. We need more of them. Can't argue with that. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Bridges. Porzingis with the rebound. Lakers trail by 10. And it's sent back by Isaac.
And the suffocating reach of Isaac is tough to overcome. And outshoot excels at getting up and denying shots.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Paul with the ball. Pass to Porzingis. And it's off from three-point range. Inside, Bridges. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Outside, Porzingis. Here's Oubre. No good, unable to end this run.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And the first one at the line is good.
When you talk about two-way impact on a game, AD might be the top guy in the league. I mean, when he's healthy, he's a menace on defense with that length and timing. And offensively, he can carry a team.
Lopez is checked in for Sharch. Porzingis finds Paul. The shot missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And the Lakers call time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Beal's checked in. Boston also with the sub. George is checked in. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. It's an 18-point game. Clock at 6. Here's the floater. And the shot goes in. Beal's got 17 now, just in the second half. Outside Griffin. To the paint. Here's Davis. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And we continue to see Beal improve as a playmaker. Beautiful pass there.
1:41 left here in the fourth quarter. Porzingis with the steal.
The craftiness of Paul really on display everywhere, but especially inside and forcing defenders to commit fouls.
Second team.
Free throw, good. Paul. Durant's checked in for the Lakers. Celtics also with a sub. Nembhard's checked in. Celtics leading by 14. George passes to Nembhard. Right side, Griffin. Passes it to Nembhard. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Boston.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And guys, because they play in different conferences, this is the last time these two will face off. It has to feel good getting a clean sweep here, finishing the season series 2-0 against Los Angeles.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Paul George.
Well, I love the force that he showed on defense, using all of his length to deny shots. He was their anchor tonight.
Porzingis can't hit. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's George. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And here is Paul. Banked in off the glass.
Paul's ball handling skills are insane, off the charts. Amazing at snaking through and making the defense look bad.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was originally a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. PG, you guys look confident out there, and especially yourself. How were you so effective offensively?
I just kept moving. You know, within our offense, you know, the key is to move. You know, my teammates do a great job of setting screens and getting me open. I just got to stay within offense.
Well, it was great flow tonight, and it led to a good win, man. Congratulations. Kevin, all yours.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.